We are the sisters, and this is our circle. Yay. We are so glad you joined us. It would not be complete without you. I am Dee Marie.
I am Kira Cherie.
I'm Dr. Dawn.
Sally.
Jen, and welcome to our circle. Come and sit where the conversation is different.
Yes.
Yes.
And it is time for Sister Chat.
Yes. All right, ladies. So I think it's time that we introduce ourselves.
Okay. All right.
So what do they know about us? Not a whole lot, but I know you want to get to know us. So, Kira, let's start with you. Who are you?
I am Kira Cherie Ka. Kira means shining light. And Cherie means beloved. Ka means that I'm covered. Shout out to my amazing husband, Cedric O'Ka. Baby, I love you. Wow. I'm a serial entrepreneur. So I started a business about 22 years ago to help minority entrepreneurs to start their businesses the right way. So my business is called EBB, Entrepreneur Business Basics. We also do consulting. We do some liaison work with municipalities, but really just want to see Black businesses in particular get off the ground the right way.
Yes.
That's what I awesome. Thank you.
I'm a product of EBB.
Yes, he is.
Okay. Hey, everyone. I'm Dr. Dawn Richards, and I am, by day, I am the Career Pathways Director for the St. Louis region for the Missouri Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. I am also, which is my favorite thing to do, the founder and executive director of the Titus II Foundation, where we help high school students navigate their high school careers and make sure they are well informed about their post-secondary options. And I own a business, Dawn's Designs and Invitations, etc. The etc. stands for whatever, because I do make things. Hence our mugs.
Yes,
Our logo.
Yes.
And the last episode, I made our t-shirt. So all those things. I'm a mother of two wonderful children, Lance and Brianna. I have a godson, Brandon, and my 11. I always want to call her. She's 11. My 11-year-old niece, Araya, and my American bully named Wop, which is my favorite little.
What?
He's not a puppy anymore.
All right. And I am Sally, and I am also on the Titus II Foundation board. By profession, I am an HR business partner. I've been doing HR for a couple of years. Been over 15 years. I also, I have paused, but I'm so the founder of Gleam Hope Community. I started a support group to help parents with adult children with mental illness. Again, we talked about in the last episode, due to the tragedy, kind of put that on pause. I am also an author of Gleam of Hope. Also will be writing my second book about my experience or my tragedy with my son, Jeremiah. And that's all for now.
All right. Well, I'm Jen. I have a degree in speech pathology and audiology, and I've used it a little bit working in special school district and in public schools. But for the most part, I have been a stay-at-home mom with my three amazing kids that aren't so young anymore. I have Cameron, Kennedy, and Carlton. Carlton is my last one at home, my soccer player. And I am married to an amazing man, Tim McClure. Love you. Hey, Tim. Hey, Tim. Amazingly enough, went to high school with Dee Dee. Full circle there. But you do kind of a realtor.
She
Come on, a small thing. This is very true. I would probably be using EBB myself very, very soon, as I am seeking to expand my real estate business, since I seem to have a little more time on my hands with my older two in college at Sanford University and, of course, HU.
HU?
No.
No.
And I am Dee Marie.
Hey, Dee.
Hey, Dee. So I am currently the producer of the Sisterhood Circle.
Yes. The mastermind.
Yeah, excited about that.
Executive producer.
Executive producer. And I do have a podcast, Be the Voice Podcast. I have an online magazine, Be the Voice Magazine. Now by profession, I work in the financial industry, been doing that for many years, but my passion and my heart are for survivors of sexual abuse. Been working with them for the past, 12 years
least
now?
12, yeah.
At least 12 years. That is my passion. I and will always be their voice. I'm a survivor myself, and I'm always here to advocate for them so people will understand the facts and the truth that comes behind sexual abuse. So that's kind of all what we do. And the great part is we all have different backgrounds.
Yes.
We come from just different parts of life. We do different things, but together
Yes.
we can bring so much to the Sisterhood Circle, you know. And I think that, I mean, it really speaks for itself.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it does, it
To
does.
show you that you don't always have to have everything in common with somebody, but together we can encourage the world, which is what we're trying to do here at the Sisterhood
We
Circle.
have more in common than we
Don't, I guess. Yeah.
We really do have a lot in common, and we just mesh so well together.
Yeah.
Different personalities, and it's perfect.
Yeah.
And you can create your own circle as well.
That's so good, Sally. Yeah.
That is so good because, again, like we said on our last episode, you know, this was just something that divinely happened. You know, we didn't force it or anything like that. It was just organic. And I love, like, I can pull on Kira when I have business need. You know what I'm saying? Dawn, can you make me a quick T-shirt? You know what I'm saying? And then me and Sally, we're like one person. We call Sally the sheriff. Yeah, she's the sheriff. Yeah, she's the sheriff.
Everybody in line.
And Jen is the server. She is going to, that's her heart. She is going to serve the people.
Yes.
Is what she has been doing. And I just think, you know, with the sisterhood, I mean, yes, we'll have the show, but I think there's so much more that we could do. You know what I'm saying?
I
Yeah.
love how we encourage each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Kira, she'll lean in, she'll get that look, and she'll speak life into us, and it's just amazing. I always almost get scared to see her coming. Sometimes I say, "Oh Lord, what is she gonna do?"
She's reading your soul, right?
Can I handle it?
I would encourage you. I want to go back to something that Sally said about making your own circle.
Yeah.
And I know we have a topic. So
That's a topic. Go ahead. You can say that. Yeah.
well, you know, I think sometimes as women, we don't always get encouraged to make a circle or to be in a circle. We feel like we have to do everything on our own.
Yep.
And we're celebrated for being independent. Or that is not what's up.
Not at all.
Yeah, but you can't. And a lot of times, you actually have a circle and don't realize that you're in a circle.
Well, we're so busy trying to be so independent and to show our strength by everything that we do
Yeah.
that we don't think that we can take that pause back
Yeah.
and just say, hey, I need someone to lean
Yes.
on. And I do appreciate this circle because whether I've known you for 30 years or I've known you for two,
Yeah.
I can still lean on.
Yes. And on that topic, you know, let's talk about sisterhood. What does that actually really mean? Because I think, unfortunately, there has been a negative connotation. I mean, we see so much, you know, yes, yeah, that's the word, cattiness. You see so much cattiness with women, and it's told that we can't get along. But that's not true. That's not true. Yeah, competition.
Imposter syndrome.
Yes, now that's a huge one. That is a huge one, imposter syndrome. And we see that a lot, and women feel like they can't trust one another, or, you know, and I think that's not true. And we want to break that narrative, and we want to change it and say, you know what is sisterhood? Now, I do have a biological sister, and I think most of us do. Dawn does not have a.
I love my sister. I have so many sisters, so that's why with this topic, like, I didn't grow up I have an older brother and a younger brother. But I didn't grow up with sisters, and I always wanted a sister, whether it be an older sister or a younger sister. So I think that's why I cling so much, and I do have different circles from different areas of my life. But not having a biological sister, I always wanted to know what that was like.
Yeah.
So I do have two very good friends that I've known over 40 plus years that are really like my sisters. We grew up kind of like sisters. So, I'm the only one that doesn't have.
Right, the only. But you have a whole bunch. Like you said, you have a whole bunch now. Yeah.
And it just kind of piggyback to saying that, you can form your own circle and there's different circles.
Yeah.
You said this is our Sisterhood Circle. I can go on. And I think that all of us have other circles as well. And there is nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I have my biological sisters are also like my best friend. I have other friends that are my other sisters. So there's just so many avenues and so many different circles in your life. But the main important thing that I think is just having that circle of friends, your sisters that you can trust. Like, I am Miss Confidentiality, so I am so it's exciting for me to share, and I know it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And so I just love that about you guys.
Yeah.
I trust you all with it.
In like two or three different group chats.
Yeah.
And then like 2 or 3 from different groups.
Right. But also too, I want to say this because you said this, Sally, because that whole you my friend, now you can't be friends with this person, or like, can we get rid of that, please?
Yes.
Like, can we please get rid of that? I can be friends with Jen and Kira at the same time.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Can we get out of that?
And I know I've seen a lot of like reels or TikTok videos where they talk about something similar to that, where you're like, wait a minute, that's my friend. What you doing over there? But hey, ladies, there's enough of everyone to go around. And then the gift that we all have, we can, like we mentioned before, that gift, why would Kira want to hold that gift all to herself and not be able to share that with other sisters? The same with her servant. If she was in another circle friend, I'd want her to be my friend. So just remember that. Yeah, So absolutely remember that.
And honestly, I am at the point, like, that is a them problem. I don't take that problem on. That's a them problem, because just because I'm, cool with you, how does that take away from my friendship with someone else? It doesn't. So
The jealousy, the cattiness, that's just not, that's so middle school.
Yeah.
And I'd like to say what sisterhood means to me, since I'm the only one that doesn't get about it.
Okay.
So I saw something the other day, and this actually came from, it was a reel from a man. And he was saying that true friendship, to me, sisterhood is like, if we don't talk every day.
Right.
We may throw something in the chat, but we don't talk every day. We don't see each other every day. I mean, we live around the corner from each other, but you would think, all the time. We're not all the time, but you can pick right up where you left off. And there's no love lost. If we don't speak or see each other, there's not, or if I see the two of you all out, I'm like, why y'all didn't call me?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah. Now, if I saw the 4 of y'all out, I wouldn't what's happening.
Right. Yeah.
But true sisterhood is when you can pick up where you left off. There's no love lost. You support each other.
Yes.
You encourage each other.
Yes.
We can even chastise each other.
Yes.
Or, correction. I don't want you to just.
Now that's a
tell
good
me
one.
when I'm
Correction.
right.
Yeah.
Challenge.
Yeah.
Somebody,
Absolutely.
challenge. That's a good word.
Yeah.
Challenge me. And let me know, hey, are you sure that was a good idea? And give me a perspective and me not be offended.
Yeah.
If I am offended, I can come back and say, you were right. I do appreciate
Right.
what you were saying.
We all have such different personalities, right? And so there are times, and because I don't live in state, I will see you all doing things, and I'm like, oh, that's
I'll shop you in.
yeah. Or you do, and I love this. But there are times where I'm like, I hate that I missed that, but I don't ever worry that I won't be able to
That's a right
about that. And
Yeah.
there are relationships out there that are extremely, extremely high maintenance. We recognize that they exist. But I think that having friends that aren't high maintenance, y'all know I love you.
Yes.
You know that you could call me. And if I can't physically be there, you know that I'm there in prayer.
Absolutely.
On the phone, however I can be there to support you, I will be.
Yeah.
And there are times where you all have poured into me and encouraged me, or like, okay, you're starting to hermit yourself. It's time to come on out.
Yeah.
Come on and tell where you're at. And that's important.
Yeah.
Somebody that's going to call you out on your stuff.
Yeah.
It's going to call you. And then back to like having different personalities, one of us might be like, boom, here it is. And then someone else might have a little tack. Like I'm extremely truthful, but I feel like I do it with care and it may be part of my profession. However, you're going to get the truth, whether you want it or
It's
not.
true about Sally. I would say. Sally
brings
the truth like it is.
You know, one thing I appreciate about this group, I also have sisters, biological sisters. I'm the middle child. And I love that I'm not confined to my 7-year-old, 8-year-old self. You know, when you have
That's
sisters, they
good.
kind of put you in this box.
Yeah.
And then
So
that's
good.
who you are
Yeah,
forever.
yeah.
And if you attempt to grow out of that, sometimes it's not appreciated.
Right.
And so this group, you all have stood in the gap when I've not been on good terms with my biological sister.
Yeah.
That happens sometimes.
It happens sometimes.
You
Yeah.
love your biological family and not be on good terms with them. And it's really okay. You have to
That's a good point.
that to me, that is the reason why you have to have a circle outside of your family.
Yeah.
Because if you're only communicating with people that knew you when,
So good.
sometimes they can't go with you.
Yeah.
Even though
Yeah.
all are blood.
That's true. Yeah.
So that's
yeah.
what I appreciate about this.
Yeah,
That I've been able to find sisterhood outside of my sisters.
Yeah, yeah. And I will say too, Jen, you had mentioned about the 50-year-old mind just slipped that quick. But
We were talking about her bringing her out of her.
but just the whole having the whole sisterhood and what that means to me. I think Dawn, you said that. What that means for me, I do have a biological sister. Now we are close, but we bump heads all the time. You know what I'm saying? And hey, Tanya. So she, but she know we bump heads all the time. But however, and I think that should be for any sisterhood. Even though we bump heads, we still like in the next sentence, girl, we're gonna eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, okay, yeah, we get into it the next minute. Okay.
No offense.
None whatsoever.
Or offended you. You know how to bounce back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know their hearts are and
Exactly.
the intentions are pure. You know, that's another thing.
Yeah. And this especially when you know someone cares for you.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and take a break.
All right.
So we will be back with more of the Sisterhood Circle.
Stay tuned.
I am so glad you ladies are here. You each have your own rooms.
Thank you.
Is it okay to call you Mom?
Of course you can.
And we are back with more of the Sisterhood Circle. Okay. And one thing about sisterhood is that we have to check up on each other.
Yep.
So let's talk about sister wellness. Okay.
Yes.
And what is that? That is us as women. And we don't want to leave out our guys, but we are talking to women. That's the circle. I always never want to leave out the men, but one thing that we do need to is talk about our wellness because everybody up here is pretty much 50.
Yes.
Except for me now. Let me just make that very clear.
Yeah, no, she got one more.
51. So
That's all right, Don. It's the old 50.
Yeah.
change. But I think with the wellness, if I'm not well, and you all know, you all check on me and say, hey, go get checked out, take care of yourself. So mentally,
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
physically,
Yeah.
emotionally,
Yep.
that's all a part.
Spiritually.
Yeah.
That's first and foremost.
Yeah.
That all of that is, it's not gonna always be perfect, but even just like with the conference, when I know I'm not feeling right, I can lean on you all and you say, okay, well, what's going on? Let's play through it. Let's talk through it. Maybe you should do this. Maybe you should do that. But I think being okay with being comfortable with
Yes.
talking to you
Yeah.
about what's going on.
Yeah.
It's okay to say that I'm not.
I was just
Yeah,
gonna say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to be able to have that group to say I'm not okay with, to be able to be honest,
Yeah.
not just with yourself, because that can be hard enough.
Yeah.
realizing that, okay, I can't juggle everything, do everything. I'm worn out. Or even from a health perspective, like, what is this?
Yeah.
What is this hormonal storm?
And be honest and open about what's going on with your health.
Yes.
Because a lot of times we will keep it a secret.
We will.
Because people don't like to go to the doctor.
They don't.
And
Yeah.
with that, part of being a friend in our circle is to say, hey, did you go get that checked? Because a lot of times we put everyone else, especially when we have children, spouses, what have you, even older parents that we may take care of. We take care of them so much that we are not looking out for. So within your circles, hey, did you ever make that appointment? Why is your elbow still hurting?
The sheriff coming out.
Definitely gonna do that.
I need to know. I need an update in the story.
Yeah. You do a good job of checking on us.
And too, I want, our viewers to know, you may not have a circle, but we're here to tell you, go get checked. Go get checked. I mean, go get checked. If there's something going on with your body, or if because guess what? We're the age of menopause and just all kinds of things. Your body just all out of whack. So yeah, we're your circle telling you it's okay to get your mental checked out, to get your physical checked out, to get everything, because we're getting older and we got to take care of our bodies.
I think I was just gonna say this. I think that is the important part of the sisterhood.
Right?
Yeah.
You should be able to tell your sisters the truth.
Yeah.
No matter what your truth is.
Yeah.
If you have to hide and you have to feel like you really can't be honest and transparent with your sisters, then start with you. Make sure that you're being honest and transparent with yourself.
Yes.
And then even if you can't be transparent with everybody, find the sister in the group that you can be honest with.
Yeah.
Maybe I can be a little more honest with Jen at a particular time. So that's the importance of taking care of yourself.
And that is so good to for us to even mention all these things, because when it comes to the sisterhood, we do have to look out for one another. And so for our viewers, again, we got our second show. The importance is to take care of one another, love on one another, and be honest with one another.
And go to the doctor with your friend.
Go to the doctor.
Yes. Go to
And
the doctor with your
until
friends.
next time, we will see you at the circle.
Girl, go with your bad self. Come to the circle where conversations is really hell. Yeah, you don't gotta hide, but you keep it side. Come complete the circle, girl, get rid of your pride. It's the time to be alive, you are not alone. We gon' help you strive, we all in the zone. We got God on our side, come catch a vibe. When you listen to, you already know what's the time.
It's time for the Sister Circle.